Welcome to Spark. My name is Anna, and I'm going to be walking you through your new Spark Appreciation Workbook. Now, whether you're a facilitator or a people manager, during this full tutorial, I'm going to walk through different tips, strategies, as well as the 3-part exercise to ensure that you're equipped. First things first, a great experience requires full participation. So one of the first things you'll want to do is share this Excel document with team members before you kick off the exercise. So right now I have the Excel sheet open. What I'll want to do is go up here to the share button. I can either email it to team members, copy a link and send it out, or even send it through Teams if that's something that you and your team work through. However, when team members open the document, they're going to be sent to their online browser. Now you can see that it looks a bit different. This is because our fancy code and everything that we've enabled to ensure that you have the best experience. So to make sure that employees have the great experience as well, what they'll want to do is first ensure that they're logged into their Microsoft Teams. Once they are, they'll be able to gain access to this editing button where they can scroll down and open in desktop app. Once they do that, they'll be seeing this beautiful view that you have. Now that the team is all logged in and ready to go, in case you've forgotten any of these tips, we also have this available here for Activate the Team Experience with the instructions that I just walked through. Now, this exercise was designed to be a simple 3-step process to really help employees not only uncover how they uniquely feel appreciated, but how their team members are as well. Now, we've become so passionate about this, just seeing how employee recognition and appreciation is really driving more employee commitment, the culture, and connectivity across the board, regardless of where your employees are working. So this has been a great way to kind of pull back those layers and get to know the human behind your employees. Now, in addition to this video and some of the other resources that we have, like our facilitation guide, which you can access here, we also have Sparky. But before I dive into Sparky, I'm just going to quickly show you the facilitation guide. Here, you can click on here. You can access the video that you're watching right now, recommended actions, as well as a step-by-step instruction through each of the team experience. However, let's go back. We'll click on home and it will take us to our main page here. Now, one of the great things about this experience is that the entire activity will take place directly on this one tab. Now, you'll see other tabs down here, but everything is hyperlinked, so you don't need to worry about scrolling down here. The whole experience will take you through. Now, I will say, before we did have code enabled where you didn't have to see all these other tabs, but because it enabled macros, it was creating a lot of security issues with clients that are looking to participate in this appreciation assessment. So, not ideal, but here's where we're at. So let's dive into the actual activities. So Sparky here is your guide as well. So what you can do is enable Sparky here on the Chatbot. So right here, it says, do you want to chat with Sparky? And I'll say, yes, please. Once you do that, he'll get you started. So first things first is you want to make sure that everyone's taken the assessment. Now there's 2 different ways that you can do this. Now, first, if you're new to Spark, you can access our free appreciation assessment directly from this link, which I'll show you on our website. From our website up here at resources, you can click free appreciation quiz. It'll take you to this page here, and employees can just quickly click on this button, and within 60 seconds, they'll uncover their appreciation style. However, if you're a client, all employees have to do is they can just access their profile. Their appreciation style is here. Now they may have more than one, which is okay. Those will be listed here as well, with the ability to read more so they can get more insight. Now, if you've done it from the online assessment, then each employee will receive an email with this same description. So once everyone has taken the assessment, you've shared the document, now you can really start diving into the exercise. Now here with Sparky, this is a great way, especially if you're facilitating, whether you're the people manager or a coach coming in to facilitate, to kind of guide you through the exercise. Now, one great place that we highly recommend to start is doing a quick overview of the 6 Spark appreciation styles. So here I'm going to say yes, please. I'd like to see those. Now, anytime you say yes, Sparky will put that appreciation resource right here from the chatbot. So if I click on the appreciation styles, I'll be able to see all 6. I can have a more in-depth overview if you want to read through each of those. You can also kind of have a quick 30-second look at each of them. But this is really great for employees to not only understand their own style once they take the quiz, but get more familiar with all of them. So now I'll go back, I'll click on the home page, and it will take me back here. Now Sparky will ask if everyone's completed the assessment. So you can say yes once everyone has. Now this is really where the activity begins to happen. And this is where we kick off with the team member spotlight, where individuals can share their styles. We've also included some great questions that each person can answer to really dive deeper into what those are. So as each team member is answering those questions, as the facilitator, you can just enter in their information here. So we'll say Michael Scott went, and he is a celebrate with me. So what each team member will do, you can decide on the order, but they can share what their appreciation style is, what resonated with them, what didn't. If you've covered all 6 of the styles, it would be great to share what other styles resonated with them and why. And there will be a few folks who get maybe 1 to 3 styles. So ask them to share the one that describes them best, and that's the one that you'll put here as their primary style. But the other style will come into play later, so don't worry. Now, as you're going through this, one of the biggest misconceptions is the difference between appreciation and recognition. So one of the things that Sparky does is after people share, gives a suggestion to kind of go over what the difference is between appreciation and recognition. So if you choose to incorporate that into your exercise, you can just click yes, please, and Sparky will provide the link to show you the difference between the two. So here it gives a definition of each, which appreciation is really about who someone is and recognition is about what someone has done. So you can walk through each of those differences. We also have examples. During this exercise, it would be great to open this up to team members where they can share a specific recognition example that they have or appreciation. I also recommend in addition to these examples here as the facilitator, share your own as well. Once you go through that, you can again just click on the home page and it will take you back to this main area here. Now, I'll also mention as team members are sharing their appreciation styles, if you are the people manager, please share your style as well. It's so much more powerful to really include your experience with your team as you're going through this experience. So once everyone has shared their styles, you can say yes, and it will take you to the next part of the exercise. So this is where, as a team, you're going to come up with at least 5 appreciation ideas that would be meaningful in your workplace specifically for your team. Now, one thing to highlight is that not everyone needs to be in 100% agreement. You'll vote on these later. So we've included some examples here to get you started. However, Sparky also offers more inspiration. So if that's something that you'd like to encourage with your team, these ideas will be available here as well. So you can go through these. However, I will note that these are ones that you shouldn't pull from. These are just ideas to get started. Employees will be voting on these later. So you can go back to the home page and you can simply enter in your information here. delete the ones that we have and add your own. So now step 2 is complete. Now the third and final step, once that's done, is that everyone is going to have access to their own appreciation grid to really uncover what specific acts of appreciation would mean the most to them. So what employees will do, we have a quick graphic here just kind of preparing employees for the experience, but what each person will want to do now that you've shared the document is come up here, and now next to each person's name, they'll want to click on the number to access their specific appreciation grid. Now, if you're unable to share the document, a few things that you can do. If you're in person, you can either take a break at this point and let people come through and take turns selecting the number by their name and filling out their grid. Or if you're virtual, you can email out the Excel sheet and each person can kind of rotate it. Again, as you can see, that's a little bit more cumbersome, so we really recommend sharing the document. And I'm just going to quickly show you what this looks like. So if I'm Michael Scott, I'm going to click on number 1. What he has access to is all the different acts of appreciation amongst all the styles. Now, here's the thing. Everyone is uniquely different. So even though Michael is a celebrate with me, there may be other things on here that mean more to him within the celebrate with me category and others. So as an employee, all you have to do is go here and select the ones that you like in each category. You can then also scroll down to the team ideas that you came up with and select the ones that you like. And then also, and lastly, include your own ideas. So again, if you're a people manager, be sure to participate. Now, here's where the last step comes in, is after someone goes through this, they may realize after learning about the other styles that they also resonate with another. So maybe Michael also sees that he's a show me. So he can select that, click the home page, and it will take you back to this main menu. Once everything is done, Sparky will calculate your results in real time. So here you'll get your team results. We have some questions to kick off the conversation. So once you click on team results, you'll see your full dashboard here with everyone's name, their primary style, if any secondary styles were selected, what that looks like on the graph. You can see the number of what that looks like from primary to secondary. But what's really great as a facilitator, if you're coaching a people manager after, or if you are the people manager, these are direct insights into how you can motivate your team and show specific appreciation. So you'll be able to see what your team voted on for the top 5 appreciation ideas. You can also see from appreciation style ideas which ones ranked the highest. So as you're going through this, it's great to see each individual and how they responded in the different categories. So as you're going through and sharing these results, again, you can go back to the home page and start answering some of these questions. You know, what surprised them about the results? Did any appreciation ideas that made the top 5 surprise anyone? Did any other ideas come up throughout this exercise that they want to share? And then as a people manager, one of the greatest things that you can do is take action with these results. So which ones are most feasible that you may be able to implement in the near future? So this is an overview, but as a people manager, or if you're coaching the people manager, there is one last thing that is absolutely fantastic. And I use this with my team. Sparky has also created a team appreciation grid. Now, this is something that can grow with you and your team. So if someone on my team is doing a great job, I can always access my team appreciation grid, and I can quickly see for Michael Scott what specific things will make him feel appreciated. So I see a celebratory fist pump, so I'll be sure to do that. I can see his favorite dessert for his birthday, so that gives me insights into personally how he feels appreciation. Versus someone else who I see is more of a support me who wants to be given more resources for a big project or offered to grab lunch when they're busy. So this is essentially a cheat sheet into how each person ticks. It'll also pull in their ideas that they've done. Though this is great for your existing team members, as you're bringing on new employees, it's great to take them through this exercise as well and share the results with the other team members, because this is not only guiding the people manager's interaction with team members, but each other to foster more productivity, a stronger culture, and more commitment across the board. Now, I hope that this was helpful. Once you're done with the overall exercise, it'll ask how it is. And then you have the option to end the chat. If I say, yes, please, I want to end it, then Sparky will let you know that all your resources will be available up here. So you'll have your full Spark library where you can access your team appreciation grid, appreciation ideas, and everything that was covered through this exercise. So I hope that this was helpful. Please reach out if you have questions. We are so excited to work with you as you embark on this appreciation journey. Have a great time.